I've been wanting to do this, and I finally have an opportunity to thank some people. It's about the people who have been here, who have watched, who've commented, who've left really kind words, who've been supportive, who have sent money even, like people sent money. Oh, SRF, how are you? I was hoping I would see you tonight. I wanted to be able to say thank you to people who watch the channel and people who've been very generous, and you are one of those people. And so I want to say thank you. I'm grateful. Yeah, I hope you've had a decent day. I know it probably was a little crazy, to say the least. And look, it's Cassie SRF. Can you believe that? Isn't that interesting? See, this is kind of why I like doing the sporadic lives, because sometimes just the timing of it, there will be people who are available who aren't normally available, like on the Saturday night. And tonight it just worked out. Like, got the room, got the equipment, and I'm like, oh my God, I will be able to at least maybe say hello to people and say thank you. Just thank you for everything, for watching the channel and commenting and subscribing, and just being part of the community is a big deal. Even if you can't, SRF and even Cassie, both of you, a lot going on, right? I mean, that's just life. That's just the way it works. But thank you. SRF, I remember in the very beginning of the channel. I remember the very beginning, you and Cassie, both of you were here at the very beginning. And now we got Adina's here. What's up, Adina? How are you, Romania? Thank you. I wanted to do this live tonight to say thank you. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for just being generous with your time, watching the channel. Thank you for donating to the channel multiple times. And I appreciate it. And I'm grateful, very grateful. The channel, well, it wouldn't be a channel without everybody being here and everybody sharing their knowledge under the videos too. That, to me, that's a big thing. I mean, it's one thing for me to talk about something, but I can only share what comes through me when I'm talking, like at the time I'm recording a video or while I'm live. But you guys, you're all very intuitive. And so I think it's just an added benefit for you guys to share whatever's coming through you when you're listening to a video about whatever, and be like, oh, I think it might be this or whatever, or I'm experiencing this. Like, it helps other people. And, with things like Sedna and Pluto, and like Sedna, I was kind of doing a little bit more homework on Sedna the other day, and Sedna moves almost twice as slow as Pluto. Yeah, it's like, what? Holy crap. So Sedna making this move, this last official move out of Taurus into Gemini. Well, she's in there for the rest of our lives, right? Like, holy shit. Well, at least my lifetime anyway. Some of you youngsters, you'll be living with Sedna. You'll see her transition into a different sign. I believe she'll be in Gemini for 40 years. The big 4-0. That's crazy. Yes, and right back at you. I am grateful for you guys. Absolutely, 100,000%. Yep. Just wanted to be able to say that, and wanted to just thank all the people who, like I said, not only generate my Mercury, who are not only generous with their time. I think I was saying generous and donate at the same time. Generate. That's a word. Can't we just make that up? Everybody else just makes shit up. We can make it up, right? Yeah. Very grateful. Absolutely. And Dennis is throwing a heart. And what the hell's next to that heart? Dennis, was that, I wanted to ask you, was that cornbread stuffing you had tonight that you got on that plate? It looked like cornbread stuffing. I'm just curious. It's been a while since I had cornbread stuffing. Yeah, whenever, there's like no timeline. That is the thing with like life. Like I honestly feel like, I don't know, even though I've been doing this, you know, the astrology thing on the channel since 2019, um like my life just completely turned upside down like in 2016. And so I'm still in the midst of that. And I still don't feel like I don't know, like I'm still, I don't know. So in a way, like astrology, it's great. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but in another way, it's like there's another part of my very essence of my being that's like recovering, recovering. And so I'm not, it's like I'm not, I don't know, it's like to see beyond anything else right at this moment for me, I feel like I'm in a just like in a stuck mode in a way. Yeah, and I think that's part of the process. And the one thing I know for sure is and this is the astrology's credit, when I see things line up in people's chart, because so many times I can look back on things in my life, things, that were just whatever, difficult, like rough times. And then I would be like hard on myself, like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner? Why did I wait so long? And this could be with anything, right? It doesn't have to be like, ending a relationship that was toxic. Hello, how many of us can talk about that? Right? And it'd be like, God, why didn't I do this sooner? What was I waiting for? What was the delay? And then I would look at the astrology and I would understand, like, I bet I was beating myself up mentally and emotionally over it. Like, you know, just feeling bad about it. Like I should know better. I'm stupid, this and that, and it was just like, no, when the time came and the shit lined up, it's like, it just will happen. There will be no question. There will be no doubt. It'll be like, this needs to be done, And so there's just that divine timing that's just in there. And so I think that is with a lot of things, whatever those things are that we're trying to either begin or end, you know. Um, Dennis, no way. I just checked my phone. Dennis, you didn't need to do that. That was very generous of you, amigo. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Dennis just just zoomed a Cash App over to G. That was very, very, very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Um, oh, can you guys hear everybody? There's not a lot of people here. Matter of fact, I've been home alone the whole day, and they just came back from wherever they went to visit their family that was, yeah, far away. And I'm like, hell no, I'm not going. I was invited. I declined. Do you know me? Any opportunity to be alone and get some work done. That unfortunately, that's my reality. That's who I am. Um, Plus, that's when I rejuvenate. Um, so you had cornbread stuffing. That's what I thought, amigo. Yeah. And you know what, Dennis? I think you mentioned that place before. I forget the name of it. But when you did that little drive through, just to give everybody some clarity, Dennis is in southern Texas, right? Rockport area. And I don't remember the name of the place, but they have like, it's like a barn that you drive through. And so there's like this restaurant, right? And you're literally pulling through in your vehicle and, like you're getting your food. You don't have to, like, I believe you don't have to get out. You just pull in. It looks so cute. They had like a Christmas tree in one corner decorated. I was like, I wanted to spend more time there. I was like, oh, this looks so homey. It looks so comfy. It's so inviting. And he was able to get like some awesome ass looking, like down home Thanksgiving food. It just looked wonderful. And so that's why I was asking about the stuffing because, well, for anybody who doesn't know, Dennis is a boondocker. So Dennis is not making Thanksgiving dinner in the truck, you know. And him and Luciana were just like, I just want some stuffing. No nuts. Absolutely. That's me. No nuts. I remember my one of my siblings every year. Well, I have a big family, and so it was kind of divided, as some people got older, more married, had their own kids. They'd be like, "Oh, we're still hosting at mom and dad's house." This is when my dad was still alive, and my one sibling had like 2 or 3 kids, and her contribution was the stuffing. Well, her stuffing dressing was extremely different. She had like um, meat in her stuffing and nuts in her stuffing, and I always just be like that's not what I grew up on. Even though it might be okay. I mean, I don't eat meat right now, so yeah, but this wasn't then. I was very young then. I would have eaten it, but it was just like, how when you have food you grew up on and you're like, "No, that's what I want." That's your comfort food. And so as a kid, I was just like, I don't like her stuffing. She just ruined my Thanksgiving. Because my favorite thing, I was never really a big on meat, just even as a kid. I was just weird. I'd rather have like the fish and or I should say land animal, right? I always preferred either like the fish or I don't know, just like I was all about the veggies and like the stuffing. Like to me, the sides were what made the meal for real. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, the stuck part, SR yeah, I hear you, sister. Yeah, I feel stuck too. Maybe it's our earth energy. Yeah, and I think Sedna going back into air and Pluto going back into air. There might be some changes with that, right? Because Sedna had been in air. I'm sorry, had been in Earth for what, 40 years, right? And Pluto had been, I'm sorry, yeah, Pluto had been in Capricorn for the last, what, 15, 18 years or something. And so just a lot of really grounded energy, very earthy energy. Um, Not that there's anything wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm a double bull. Like I love Taurus energy. I love the earth energy. Absolutely. But I don't know. Like, I mean, I do know. Like I can't, yeah. My life is just I'm just a different. I had to like just become different. I had to recreate myself. I had to learn life in a different way. I mean, that's just part of life. I yeah, blah blah blah. It's just part of life. See, now that's what I'm talking about. Like, I know around here, I know my housemates, they're not into like a traditional Christmas, whatever the hell that means. So for them, it's just a lot easier to like go see a movie, right? It's like a stress free, maybe, if you decide to cook at home, fine. If not, you just go get Chinese takeout. Or we have a place down the street that is open for, you can sit down. I know, isn't that crazy? Still Chinese. But Dennis has a place that's open on Christmas and it's not Chinese. Holy shit. But so thank you, Jimmy. I just realized you're here and I want to say thank you because you've given to the channel. You've been generous to the channel. And I wanted to make sure that I take this opportunity, no charts tonight, but to say thank you. Thank you. Because I'm always like, God, I need to like go through the list and say thank you to people, like give them an official thank you. And I thought, I'm doing it tonight. I'm doing it now. So that's what we're here for. And you can talk about your holiday. You can talk about whatever the hell you want. If you like authentic, like real shit, not someone who's all about, I don't know, like all the phony shit. I don't know. I'm going to say something about that, because I can't talk about life without talking about astrology because it's like life. But Pluto, when Pluto goes into Aquarius, Aquarius energy is our individuality. It's how when, like, give me an example. An example would be like you listen to somebody who is either trying to perform, right? So like an artist, someone who's up and coming, and they're like really good. They can mimic like so and so, and they can, whether it's an instrument or they're singing, whatever it is. But what do they always like? What's the recommendation? You need to find your own voice. It's the uniqueness, right? You got to have your own voice. And I think many times, especially for people who are trying to create, we kind of chase, the thumbs. We're like, oh, well, look at that channel. They're successful. So I got to do what they're doing type of thing. But Pluto in Aquarius is really going to be a time where authenticity will be what's embraced. Absolutely. And it'll be more about, because Pluto talks about shit that's hidden and deep. And what it's pulling up and showing us is it might be painful and yucky and hard to wanna to look at and to even wanna be like, "Is that shit real? Like, you're kidding me," you know? But it's showing you the truth. That's Pluto. So, in Aquarius, I feel like, people being authentic and being able to show their uniqueness is going to be more important, way more important. Because think of the age, just like what we're all going through, where it's like all the misinformation. It's a hot mess. Just here to say thank you. Thank you for all the times you've watched the videos and commented and contributed. For everybody who doesn't know, you know, everybody lives in different places, right? And so, actually, I said Australia. Awesome Alice is in South Africa. My bad. And so, where she is, they have what they call, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to call it a blackout. Anyway, it's the time where they power down and they power back on again. They just have that thing that they go through. So, um, may not always be convenient to always be here, and I understand that. But vertex, vertex and anti-vertex. It was Alice who would come by and be like, "Gee, do you do vertex on your charts? Can you pull vertex up? Can we take a look at vertex?" And I thought, well, I've heard of it, but I never spent too much time on vertex. I look at so much. But let me tell you, Alice, once we started looking at vertex, that shit is legit. The vertex point, the anti-vertex and the vertex. So big contribution. And plus you've given to the channel, you've donated. And I thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your contributing your knowledge, your camaraderie with other people, engaging with other subscribers on the channel in the comments. That helps the channel a shitload, guys. When you're under a video and you're just making small talk amongst each other, it helps a lot. The algorithm just thinks like, ooh, there's some hot stuff going on here, right? As long as it's not people fighting. Like if it's people being, like aggressive with each other and combative and shit. I've known channels where they'll freeze the comments. They'll shut the comments completely down if there's some crazy shit that goes on. Brother Briscoe, what is up? How are you? Yeah, I'm here saying thank you. And you are somebody that I owe a big thank you to. A very big thank you. The day that you came on the channel, you came on the live, and you have referred so many people to the channel. So many folks from the UK come and email me and watch the videos and comment, and it's I have you to thank. It's most of them, almost all of them have been your recommendations, and so thank you very much. These are people who want readings and who are like, gee, tell me what the hell's going on, and so I want to be able to say thank you for whether it's commenting, whether it's donating to the channel, watching videos, recommending other people. Dennis has done the same thing, recommended people to me who then have asked for my services. And so, I really, really appreciate it. And Briscoe, what the hell are you doing up right now? What is it, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. by you? He's like, I'm getting ready for work, probably, huh? Probably. Derek and Cassie, yeah, right? When was the last time you two saw each other? Holy shit, just getting up for work. Isn't that crazy? And tonight was very sporadic. And so that's why I love sometimes those sporadic lives, because there's just folks who can't come on the other times. And it just worked out. I'm so glad it worked out, or some people got to actually see each other and to say hello to each other. That's wonderful. People want to give me the credit, but when you guys talk to each other, it's I like it. I like seeing that. I do. There's just too much division. Too much. Too much. Cassie's like, Derek. Yes, Taffy is officially hiding right now. Oh, that's the goat. But yeah, I thought it was a cat. Taffy's officially hiding because a stranger came into the house And anytime there's somebody she does not know, she is in the back of the house somewhere, buried in a closet under boxes or whatever, in a box somewhere. She's gone. And I am grateful for you, Kim. You have donated to the channel many times. Absolutely have. You watch the videos. You've given me ideas for videos. Adina, a lot of you, Cassie has, Derek, like a lot of you have contributed in so many ways. You just don't, you just don't know. Like with the astrology, you see the charts I draw up, right? So for my brain, there's like a never ending plethora of videos that I could do. There will never be a, oh gosh, what should I do a video on next? Like that is not a thing with astrology. Some content creators might go through that. There's not enough time in the day for me to create the videos and to talk about all the events, astrological stuff. There's just not, at least not the way that I function. It takes me forever to get shit done. Like it's just like I just move a lot slower. I just can't power through shit the way I used to. So it hearing what you guys want, what you want to watch, what you're like, hey, this is a thing for me in my life. This is a small channel. Like I can do that. And so hearing your recommendations, your feedback, that's part of the channel. That's part of the channel growing and just becoming something of a real value, I think. So yeah, I am grateful. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Briscoe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind of you. Very kind of you to say. Yep. It has been a long time. And you know what's crazy? There must be something about Thursday nights because the very first time you came on a live, I was doing the same thing. It was a little bit earlier because I remember I was on the live. I think I was just testing out the live, like how to work the live stream. I wasn't even reading charts, right? I think me and matter of fact, it was somebody who sent me a message today who hasn't been on YouTube in a couple of years. I guess her channel, she stopped, I don't know, whatever. A lot of people started channels during the pandemic. And I don't know if she was one of those people, but she hasn't put anything out in like 2 years. And so she messaged me today and she was like, I miss you. And I'm just thinking of you. Happy Thanksgiving. And she's here in the States. And anyway, it was her. It was her. She was on a Thursday night with me. It was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. And I was like, this is just a test. And so she picked up, she came on and her and I were talking and just being super silly. I was having fun. And 'cause she had some videos at the time that just made me laugh so damn hard. So we were cracking up. And then sure enough, Briscoe, you jumped in. And it was just like, that was it. Like that was the first time we had like actually you had been on the channel and watched some videos, but I had just started doing the lives. So yeah, it started then and that would have been I don't know. It feels like I haven't been doing the lives that long, but then when I go and I look back, I'm like, I think you've been doing lives for 2 years. I'm like, is it really been that long? I don't know. I'd have to really look, but it's been a long time. Yeah. And that's, it's totally okay. Like that's like the patterns. That's life. There are times when it's convenient and when it's not convenient for people. And I know where you're located, there's like a 6-7 hour time difference. And so it's not necessarily convenient at all. And I don't want people who have to get up, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Oh, there's like that's Taffy. That means whoever the guest was left. Hold on, let me go get the door for her because did you hear the big bang? Yeah. Like she is bashing on the door. Oh my God. Hold on a minute. My good God. You lay right there. We'll give you a massage. Yes. Yeah. A pretty baby girl. Yep. Okay, Mama. Yeah. What's going on? Did you get some turkey? Huh? I know I tried to give both of them what I was having tonight. I tried to give them some salmon, which they normally are like insanely about. Like just every time I go to have it, they're They climb into my lap while I'm eating, like, at the table. They'll jump into my lap and try to get some, and I'm just like, get your butt down. I am eating right now." And, so tonight I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna give them some because I know they love it, but I'm gonna put it in their dish, like, as if they're having dinner, just as a little snack, not a lot." And do you know, neither of them would eat it? I mean, I thought they were gonna just devour the crap out of it, and, they kind of dove into it, and then I saw them walking away, and I was like, "What the shit?" Like, I thought you would really enjoy having that. Yeah, but they didn't go for it. They were done with it. I was like, "Whoa," it was bizarre. "Okay, mama. Okay, she's all about the kisses right now. Okay, okay, thank you. All right, Dennis, you have a good night." Dennis says to get off my lawn. I'm going to sleep. Go to sleep, bro. Thank you very much, Dennis. I appreciate everything. Thank you so much. One, pretty much my only YouTube neighbor. South Texas, peace and beauty. Huh. Peace and beauty. Yep. Gulf of Mexico, beaches, sands. Yes. Dolphins. Just beautiful. Yes. Derek is saying happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Yes. SRF said happy Thanksgiving, Dennis. Woohoo. Yeah. Well, do you want me to get under your chin or what? Oh, yeah. That's why she was like, come on, itch me right there. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, Derek says hello. Yeah, it's been a minute. Taffy was like, let me in on this action, damn it. I know all the people I used to know are here. Yeah. Uh-oh. Did you hear something? Jeez. Uh-oh. Is your sister out there? All right. Well. Yep. SRF and Dennett and Derek. Yeah, you guys used to be in the chat at the same time, right? Taffy ASMR, I know, right? Taffy, they're enjoying your ASMR. I know. Could you hear her purr at all? She's purring. It might not have picked her up. She purrs all the time. But she's got like that motorboat purr. She's enjoying for sure. So yeah, I'm enjoying. Yeah. Well, come on. Yep, everyone's saying hello to you, Taffy. Yes. Everyone's saying hello. Yep, Taffy's enjoying her little rubs for sure. You see how she's watching the door? Yeah, she's watching the door. She sure is. She's like, what the hell is going on? I think her sister might be out there. Is your sister out there? Huh? Is your sister out there? Yep. What? 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 We got to brush you. We got to brush you. Yeah. We got to brush you. We got to give you a brush. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that tomorrow. What is going on over here? Now this is Australia checking in. Yeah, we got the UK, we got Australia. Yeah. We had South Africa in here earlier. We got the United States here. We got Cassie over there in Ohio. Dennis was here earlier. We had Texas. We had 3 people from Texas in here earlier. I am just here tonight to say thank you. KM, thank you. You've given time to the channel. You've given money to the channel. You've been very generous. You have commented, right? And I never know how people who exactly shares videos out, or for anybody that shares videos, that is a huge contribution to the channel. It helps the channel immensely, whether you put it on your own socials. And so I'm very grateful. And I want to say thank you. I knew she was out there, but she gave me that little like, meow, please let me in. And when she did that, she knew that would work, and it did. I was like, oh shit, I got to go get her. She's at the door. She gave me the little, you're going to leave me out here, out in the cold, in the freezing? Even though it's not. It's the hallway. And the thermostat is like, it's 69. Yeah, it's plenty warm. But this room I'm in actually is the warmest room in the entire house. This is where Taffy sleeps. Her little bed is on the floor. You guys have probably seen it. She's got lots of places she can cuddle up in, but she likes that spot. She's like the watchdog. She is. You get up to go in the bathroom in the middle of the night, and there's Taffy watching down the hallway. Who's that? Oh, did I just say that? Who goes there? Who goes there? I'm Taffy the Tortie, and I am adorable. You are. She is adorable. She is, with her little pretty green eyes. And she is a sweetheart. But she will also poke your eye out. she will rip that eyeball out in an instant if she has to. Not Taff. But that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. But she knows how to take care of herself. And her sister taught her well how to do that. Her sister came from the street, so they've had a few tussles. And Taffy's learned that, well, she's learned that she has claws and she knows how to use them. Are you going to say thank you, Taffy, or are you just going to keep licking? She's like, I'm licking because I want you to rub under my chin. Okay, baby girl. Did you have a nice snack? Did you get a nice snack? Did you get a nice snack from Mr. Steve? I bet you did. I bet you did. Huh? Yeah. Are you ready to go to bed now? So you can sleep well on that full belly? Yeah. Yes. Yes, Mama. Lou S. is under every single video. She hasn't been able to make it to the lives, but she's been generous to the channel, very generous to the channel. And I've never been able to publicly thank her. And so I want to be able to do that. She's, like I said, watches every video. Even if she's late to the video, she's every single video, every freaking time. And she used to be here and every Starry Night Live. But life changes, and that's fine. But Lou S., thank you so much for all that you've contributed and all your feedback under every video and for all your generosity. Absolutely. All your generosity. Let's see. Gibson Murphy. Oh my gosh. She's relatively new, right? I think she's been here maybe 2 months. Gibson has contributed in so many ways. She watches the videos, she comments, she contributes to the channel. She gifts the channel all the time. All the time. So Gibson Murphy, thank you. I am so grateful for you. She will give me gifts like out of the blue. I'll get an email that I got a payment, a Cash App, or I got a PayPal. And I'll be like, I'll actually have to message her back. What's this for? Like, what's going on? And she'll be like, just because I appreciated that video that you made. And she's just like, she's very generous. And so Gibson Murphy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Adina, you have been generous. You give, and every live that you can be here, you give. Even when you're working, you're here. Thank you. And you contribute so much to the Starry Night Live, to the Star Room. I can't remember if I mentioned thank you to you or not when you came into the live earlier, but thank you, thank you, thank you. So grateful for what you add and the way you share your knowledge with everybody, which is so, so awesome. It makes my job easier. I always know her as Eiley. She handles all the behind the scenes crap with organizing people in the Starry Night Lives when I'm doing charts, and that helps immensely. It is very difficult because many people will just show up and not give me their digits through an email ahead of time. And so there's a lot of that gets crazy. And then the order in which things happen and who's next. And so she keeps track of all that. And I'm grateful. And she has given to the channel. She has contributed to the channel. She's donated to the channel. She's just very generous. And so I am thankful for her generosity and for her being here. She makes the channel, my job on the channel, easier. And so anytime someone makes that easier, God, it's just a huge help. Huge, huge, huge. KM, I think I mentioned, I'm literally reading comments now. KM, I know I thanked you already, but thank you again for all that you've done and all that you give to the channel, all the money that you donate, all the time, all the videos that you watch, and all their sweet words. The encouraging words help a lot. Lou S again. Lou S has got a buttload of comments here. I think there's comments I didn't even get to answer to yet, but I'll get to them under the video. Serendipity is another one. She is usually here on the Starry Night Lives, watching the videos, contributing, donating to the channel. So thank you very much, Serendipity, for all that you do. And for Sarah, she's been through a really rough patch in the last couple of months. And but she's still hanging in there, and she shares a lot of wisdom too on the channel. Very intuitive. That's the other thing. Everybody that comes here, everybody that's kind of drawn here, the brightest stars in the universe. Seriously, people who are really, really connected, really in tune, really connected. And that is wonderful, because then it's not just simply the astrology or my intuitions. It's other people able to just freely share with other people the information that they're getting. Love your stuff. Thank you so much for your time and doing this. Thank you for thanking me. The gratitude, the appreciation, it goes a long way. It helps me to just keep doing what I'm doing. Otherwise, it gets kind of old sometimes. Well, it never gets old. It gets heavy. Astrology is a Saturn thing. It gets heavy. It's a duty. It's a responsibility. And I do feel like that it's a duty and responsibility for me. And yeah, the support helps. Christy. Oh my God, Christy. I don't see her name here, but she's usually at every Starry Night Live. Christy's a super intuitive, really creative, busy chick. And she opened my eyes to some opportunities, and I am so freaking grateful. Like, she gave me an option and was like, dude, you should get involved with this. Like, this can be a real thing for you. And so, Christy, I am forever grateful for sharing that with me. And it has to do with what she does for her gig or her normal job. And I'm just like, wow. And so she's been very generous with the channel as well. Christy gives. She donates money. She's been very generous. Not everybody can. Some of you guys are forced to use the payment button under the videos, which I understand. Which for the longest time I never used, because YouTube gets a percentage of it, and so it's just like, why would I give YouTube 30? They used to take 60%. Yeah. And so I think other channels or whatever other platforms started changing that thing. And so they've lowered it a little bit, right? And so now they only take like 30% of what you give. So some of you have no choice though. You can't use Cash App or you can't use PayPal. And so so many times you don't see the people that are giving, because they're able to definitely just go ahead and click under the video and give to the PayPal or give to the Cash App or Venmo. Even Venmo, actually, I just kind of got turned on to Venmo in the last year or two. And yeah, it works out really, really well. I love Venmo. It's turned out to be just a huge benefit. I never realized how many people use Venmo. Like, I have more people giving me money using their Venmo than Cash App. And so it's great. It is great. It is great. And I am grateful. I am thankful. And my mom had a good day today, so I am really grateful and thankful for that. Couple of my siblings, I don't know exactly how many, because she can only, she can't handle to be out all day anymore. Very small, like a 4-hour window is pretty much all she's good for now. My one sister said that she can tell that when she's with her, you can see she's starting to fade. You can physically see the change beginning, the transformation. You can see it. She's starting to fade. But she was good this morning. She was clear. She understood it's time to take the meds. We didn't have any problems. She could hear me. Like, that's so huge. But she just, yeah, she's, it's just that time. She's 84. She'll be 85. She's got her natal Pluto is 0 degrees in Leo. So that means when this Pluto that's in Capricorn right now at 28, hitting 29, when this Pluto in January gets back to the 0 degrees Aquarius again, she'll experience that opposition again. And so the last time she had that opposition, it was when she had well, it's when we found out that she had 2 minor strokes. And, so we don't know even the timeline of when she actually had them, but, um, yeah, this could very well have been her very last Thanksgiving for sure. I mean, you just don't know. I mean, that's for anybody, right? You never know. Anybody could go at any time, but knowing that timeline for her, it's like, well, that could be it. And quite frankly, with Alzheimer's, I would much rather that, come to think of it, that I'm like, maybe she shouldn't even be taking her medicine to prevent blood clots. Like, it would be worse for her to be aware of her brain going away and her body to still like be functioning. Like she can still get up and go for walks by herself. Like this is like a big mission of hers to walk like twice a day, like 30 minutes each time. And it's like she just gets up and she does it. And so for her, if she can't do that, like if she was bedridden, you know what I'm saying? If you're like like I think that would really destroy her. And it's hard to lose your mobility. And I mean, anybody who's been through this, you understand. If you lived your life a certain way and your body was very physical, and then you lose that mobility, oh my God, you lose a sense of your identity, you lose a sense of your freedom. And yeah, if you don't have other ways to identify and to relate to the world other than being physical and hands-on, holy shit, it gets super small real fast. And all of a sudden you feel locked in. You feel like you're a prisoner. And at that point, you're like, I want out. What's the next train out of here? I'm done. I am done. And so, yeah, she's aware that her brain is going. She's aware of it. But I would just much rather that she not have to be to the point where she forgets how to walk, like her body can't walk anymore. And yet she's in bed, or she forgets, like she can't swallow her own food anymore, but yet she's still, anyway. I know lots of people go through much worse things, but it's, you know, well, you guys know how it is. Y'all have hard stories, and you know how it is to watch a loved one on that decline and going through that kind of stuff. It's difficult. So today was a good day for her. And the folks that she had Thanksgiving with, they got her home by a nice time. And so I'm really glad about that. Like when they get her home by 6:30, I am so happy for her because I watch the cameras every single day of what's going on in her apartment, and I see her routine. I see what works for her, and for her, routine is like so important. Get up by this time, have just a tiny snack, go for a walk, then go to the fiesta room, enjoy your coffee and your toast or your donut, or your continental breakfast with the other seniors. She's got like this routine. And so if she can't do those few things that I mentioned, which if somebody gets her home at 8 o'clock at night, it knocks her all out of whack. She can't do any of those things. The continental breakfast is exactly for 1 hour. That's her whole life. It's the only time she gets to sit down with other seniors and like just kind of feel normal. It's like the only time. So it's everything to her. Just that little piece. It's like her little piece of freedom, you know. Anyway, I don't mean to make this about her, but I'm grateful that she had a good day today, you know, and that my siblings were able to make it happen and make it work for her. I think that's important. I feel like I'm always having not arguments, but I'm always just like, can you get her home by a good time? Like we do meds at 5:30. Like it takes her 2 hours to get to actually do the things she needs to do before she's actually laying in bed. And I don't think people understand, if you're getting her home at 7:30, that means she's not actually physically ready to go and lay down until 9:30. And that's way, way late for her. Anyway, I could go on forever. We do. We have an awesome tribe. We absolutely do. And you know what? I'm glad you said that, because people will email me and say thank you to me. And they'll be like, when I found your channel, I was going through such a difficult time in my life. And I feel like y'all just don't know how you come into the channel and getting what I do, like getting who I am, like watching my shit and being like, okay, this is my person. Like, I understand this person. You just have no clue. Everywhere I've ever been, it was like I was not only speaking astrology, but still speaking in a way that people just didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like it just doesn't click for me. So Penny Hudson, there you go. There's a good name, Penny Hudson. That's who it was. She showed up under a different name under tonight's video. There was a name and I recognize, I think, the symbol, but the name was different and I couldn't remember Penny Hudson. But I think there's still somebody else. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy's been, even though we don't get to see Jimmy here all the time, Jimmy's been very generous to the channel. Very generous. Yeah. How are you? Let me get my hair out of the way. How are you? Yeah, perspective, absolutely. People, exactly. Their feelings are valid no matter what, right? Acceptance of love is lacking so badly in empathy. Yes, I agree. Each person's experience is their experience. It doesn't take away from their experience. I agree. But yes, this was a lovely, lovely little surprise. And I'm so glad, KM. Our Saturday night lives never work for you. Look at this. Look at you. You've been here. Like you've been here I don't know how long it's been, but it seems like it's been a long time. So with that, I'm going to end it. There's no Starry Night Live music because this is not a Starry Night Live. We're just going to let you look at Taffy ripping the shit out of the door. We're going to say thank you, everybody. Have a great rest of the week. Kate or Kim and Nature, hang in there. Hopefully the energies are going to change. I will check out your chart to see if maybe something more beneficial will happen. Maybe something beautiful will align and it'll feel a little bit better. I don't know, but every little piece matters. And so there might be something that will at least give you a little bit of respite of whatever insane shit you're experiencing. Yes, it was a pleasant surprise. It was great. I didn't think anybody would be here. Well, there wasn't for the first hour. I think it was me and Cassie. Me, Cassie, and who else came in that first hour? SRF. Yes. And so that was really nice because she hasn't been able to be here in so long. And man, SRF is one of the OGs of this channel, guys. You just don't know. She was one of the first people that commented to me and really understood me. And so it's been a thing not having her here. It really has. She's been very generous with all astrology. So anyway, I'm done saying thank you for the night. I appreciate you all. I'm out. You see that little shit at the door? I have to go let her out. And then this is my last time going back and forth. It's like a game for her. Okay, everyone. Have a good one. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.